Hello guys, Will Machine here, back with finally yet another video. So today we will be reviewing and reading and somewhat talking about A Brief History of the Empire, Part 1 by Stornach K. Thoige, number 3, Imperial Historian. If I got that wrong, you guys will probably get on my back, so yeah. But we'll be reading this from the game Morrowind, can be found in the Imperial Library at Tel Voss. So let's get started. Before the rule of Tiber Septim, all Tamerial was in chaos. The poet Trasisis called that period of continuous arrest days and nights of blood and venom. The kings were at petty loss and grasping tyrants, who fought Tiber Septims to bring order to the land, but they were disorganized, as they were dissolute, and a strong hand of Tiber of Septim brought peace, festivity to the empire. The year was Second Era, 896, the following year that the emperor declared the beginning of a new era, thus began the Third Era, year Ot. So basically, it's talking about one time when Tiber Septim, where he lived, was in a time of chaos and unorder. And all they're talking about in this passage, sorry if I'm not very good at reading, it's just me. What they're talking about in this passage is simply there was a time before the Third Era where the whole world was in chaos because there was no government, basically. So, on to the next passage. For 38 years, the Emperor Tiber resigned supreme, and was a lawful, pious, and glorious age, when justice was known to one and all, from serf to sovereign. On Tiber Septim's death, it reigned for an entire fortnight. If you guys know what I mean, yeah, fortnight. But, yeah, for an entire fortnight, as if the land of Tamerial itself was weeping. The emperor's grandson, Pelagius, came to the throne. Though his reign was short, he was as strong and resolute as his father had been, and Tamerial could now have enjoyed the continuation of the Golden Age. Alas, an unknown enemy of the Septim family hired an accursed organization of cutthroats, the Dark Brotherhood, to kill Emperor Pelagius. As he knelt a prayer at the temple of the One and in the imperial city. Pelagius' first reign lasted less than 3 years. If you did not know, Pelagius was the second emperor of the Septim line, as this is talking about. He was also kind of cuckoo. He was insane. So, yeah, we're almost about halfway through this. Don't worry, guys. No more torturing after this. Pelagius had no living children, so the crown imperial passed to his first cousin, the daughter of Tiber's brother Agonoreth. Kintyrin, former queen of Silvernar, assumed the throne as Kintyra I. Her reign was blessed with prosperity and good harvest, and she was an avid patroness of art, music, and dance. Kaitera's son was crowned after her death. The first emperor of Tamerial used the imperial name Uriel. Uriel I was the great lawmaker of the Septim dynasty and a promoter of independent organizations and guilds. Under his kind, the Firm Hand, the Fighters Guild, and the Mages Guild increased in prominence throughout Tamerial. His sons and successor, Uriel II, reigned for 18 years, from the death of Uriel I in Third Era 64 to Pelagius II's ascension in the Third Era 82nd year. Tragically, the rule of Uriel II was cursed with blights, plagues, and insurrections. The tenderness he inherited from his father did not serve Tamriel well, and little justice was done. So basically, they're talking about now kind of a little bit of the Uriel bloodline. Not very much, though. Apparently died out pretty quick and then grew again, as we all know if you played Skyrim. And continuing on, Pelagius II inherited not only the throne from his father, but the debt from the latter's poor financial and judicial management. Pelagius dismissed all of the elder council and allowed only those willing to pay great sums to resume their seats. He encouraged similar acts among his vassals, the kings of Tamriel. By the end of his 17-year reign, Tamriel had returned to prosperity. His critics, however, have suggested that any advisor possessed of wisdom may not of gold had been summarily ousted by Pelagius. This may have led to some of the troubles his son Anocius faced when he in turn became emperor. Anocius was certainly one of the more flamboyant members of the usual Austro-Septim family. He had numerous mistresses and nearly as many wives, and he renowned for the grandeur of his dress and his high good humor. Unfortunately, his reign was rife with civil war, surpassing even that of his grandfather, Uriel II. The War of the Isle in the Third Era, 110th year, 12 years after Anocius assumed the throne, nearly took the province of Somerset Isle away from Tamriel. The united alliance of kings of Somerset and Anocius only managed to defeat King Orgrum of the island kingdom of Pindonia. Due to a freak storm, legend credits the Sigic order of the Isle of Artrum with the sorcery behind the tempest. So basically, if you don't know what Pandoia is, was a great place. It was just like the rest. It was a continent, a bunch of islands. But then one day it disappeared. It's no longer here. Also, it's talking about how Pelagius' son Anocius was basically a player. So, yeah. Now we are on almost done this, and then I will have to say goodbye for this time. The story of Kintara II, heiress of her father Anocius' throne, is certainly one of the saddest tales in Imperial history. Her first cousin, Uriel, son of the queen Potema of Solitude, accused Kintara of being a bad person, alluding to the infamous decadence of Imperial City during her father's reign. When this accusation failed to stop her coronation, Uriel brought the support of several disgruntled kings of High Rock, Skyrim, Morrowind, and with the Queen Potema's assistance, he coordinated 3 attacks on the Septim Empire. The first attack occurred in Lilac Bay region, which separates High Rock and Hammerfell. Kytra's entourage was massacred, and the Empress taken captive. For 2 years, Kintara II languished in an imperial prison believed to be somewhere in Glenpoint or Glamorel, before she was slain in her cell under mysterious circumstances. The second attack was on a series of imperial garrisons along the coastal Morrowind Islands. The Empress consort Cotton Irix fell defending the forts. The third and final attack was a siege on the imperial city itself, occurring after the Elder Council had split up and an army attacked western High Rock and eastern Morrowind, and weakened the government, had a little defense against Uriel's determined aggression, and capitulated after only a fortnight of resistance. Uriel took the throne that same evening and proclaimed himself Uriel III, Emperor of Tamriel. The year was the Third Era, year of 121. Thus began the War of the Red Diamond, described in Volume 2 of this series. If you guys want to see Volume 2, please like and subscribe, and I will release another video tomorrow about that if you do, guys, if you just like it. Anyway, I would like to say goodbye. Sorry for this random darkness. I'm not very good at filming on the phone, but you know, I want to say goodbye. Bye, guys.